What is going on, people inside the internet machine? Welcome to this episode of The Pickups. We got some awesome Nintendo stuff this week. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, bang that notifications bell so you can stay up to date on all of your CM Retro gaming goodness. Let's take a look at some awesome Nintendo games. Alright, starting off hot today. We grabbed three of these cables, you know, the old red, yellow, whites. Now, you never need them until you need them. They were $1 at Goodwill, which is a little bit more than I like to pay for them. I like to find those at garage sales for like 25 cents, but I have a couple of VCRs that I need to clean and they need cables, so for, you know, $3, we'll get 3 of those. Stopped at Maxine's Bargain Box. I just finished beating Silver Surfer. If you follow me on the Facegrams, the Insty Books, and the Twitter machines, so I posted the end screen there. So I was like, man, I'm gonna get another shooter, and we snagged Image Fight. And I've had this one on my list for a while. It's an IRIM title. It was $15 at Maxine's Bargain Box. I'm sure they gave me like 10% off or something. They're really good out there. So we probably got it for less than $15, which is awesome. But we went out to Brian's Video Trader, awesome store in Newark. Games that were $27.99 and less, they were half off. So I definitely want to make sure I went out there. We snagged this. This is a very nice copy of Cobra Triangle. Look at that, man. Top label's in great shape. Now I have this game, so this particular copy I will be sending to Mr. Matthews, who had that on his list of games that he needed. And then for myself, I picked up The Ultimate Stuntman. This was $18, so it was half off. So it was $9 for Ultimate Stuntman. It's like a $25 game, so I don't know if I'll ever play it, but it's like a value pickup, right? Like you're getting something that's a really good value. A game that I do want to play was $20, so we got it for $10. The Battle of Olympus. Now I heard this is sort of Zelda 2-like, and I'm pretty sure Captain Algebra or something had this as a challenge. You know, their cartridge club that they do little challenges, and I think that was one of the games that they did. But and that, like I said, this $20. Caught them kind of slipping here. You know, these game stores, they got so much inventory and so much stuff going on, they don't really have time to reprice their games. But for $5, so we got it for $2.50. We got a nice copy of Mad Max for Nintendo. Now I heard this is kind of a weird game with the controls and the difficulty, but that's nowadays we kind of love that, right? There's a little quirky charm to the difficulty of Nintendo games. So those were the Nintendo game pickups for this week. All right, so we did pick up some Nintendo. It's been like a Nintendo week, man. I love Nintendo, man. It's such great. I did not have an NES Max controller in my collection, so Brian over at Brian's Video Trader hooked me up with this bad boy. I think it was like $10 or something. You know, he gave it to me for a discount. But yeah, NES Max controller. I wanted to use this because I wanted the turbo button for Silver Surfer, and I ended up not using it because I don't like the D-pad on here. It's just kind of weird. It's too big. You know, it's kind of weird to kind of feel where your thumb is, but I didn't have one in the collection, so $10, why not? Maxine's Bargain Box. Okay, so this is really cool. They had the Super Nintendo mouse for Mario Paint. $6, make you holler. And it was, you know, June 10th of 2021, so it was just put out there. And it's not in bad shape, a little dingy, but what was really cool is it's got the ball protector. It's got the ball protectors on it, so it protect the mouse track ball, which is kind of nice. Now I did not have one of these in the collection. I'm not going to add this. These things are selling for like $30 or $40, and I'm sure I'll get that because I got the extra little plastic part back there. But the really cool thing of the day, I snagged this Turbo Blaster BDL Enterprises Nintendo. It's basically like a switch box. Let's get this out of there. So if you don't like the Advantage controller, you don't like the Max controller, you can grab one of these. It plugs into your Nintendo. It's got ports for your controllers, and it's basically turbo for your regular Nintendo controller, which is very cool. So it's also got a slow fire. It's got the little dials like the NES Advantage. So this will come in handy when we play like shooters, where the Nintendo's like notorious for that, right? Like you got to keep smashing the button if you don't like like I said, the Max or the Advantage controller. But I picked this up. I hope it works. She said I could take it back if it didn't, of course. But yeah, really cool. Kind of a neat relic from the past. You know, I don't think I've ever seen one of these before. When I first saw it, I was like, is that like a 4-score, or is that like a part of a 4-score? Because I kind of only saw this part of it on the shelf. But yeah, very cool to have a Turbo Blaster in the old Nintendo collection. All right, so we have our Turbo Blaster set up. I've got the turbo turned off, playing on a Dogbone controller, my favorite controller of all time. And we'll test it. So I'll play first without the turbo on, and then I'll turn the turbo on so we can kind of see the difference. But you know how this goes. I should have picked a better level, because I'm just gonna go up here and hide for the first 25% of the level. There's your pro strat for Silver Surfer, by the way, for Mephisto 1. It's so difficult. There's enemies everywhere. All right. All right, so I'm like hitting this as fast as I can. Let's get under here. We'll pause it, and then with the turbo button. And that's our rate of fire with the turbo turned on. So yeah, it works pretty good. I like that it's an alternative to a Max controller or an Advantage controller, so I would definitely say if you see one of these out in the wild, pick it up for sure. All right, so that's it. That's the Turbo Blaster. That's gonna do it. Short pickup video this week. I get on these tracks where it's like, I played Silver Surfer and now I just want to play Nintendo games. You know what I mean? It's just so nostalgic. The games are awesome. And we picked up a lot of cool Nintendo stuff this week. What have you been picking up? Leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share on social media, because that really does help. Don't forget to bang that notification bell so you can stay up to date on all of your CM retro gaming goodness. Guys, take care of yourselves, and we will see you on the next one.